everybody, to the Dynamite recap. We are in week 4 of the MJF watch. Still no Max, but it's all good because I'm holding it down for him. I got the Burberry. I got that ring. I'm waiting for you, Max. Come back home. The show needs you, especially tonight's show. It was not. I'll get into the show. That's all I'm going to say. Coming off Forbidden Door, we're going right into the thick of things for AEW. They need to get some things rolling again. They're ending the whole. I thought they were going to end the whole Jericho Appreciation Society versus Blackpool Combat Club, but we'll see how that ends in the main event, Blood and Guts. But before we get there, we start the show off. We get a nice Orange Cassidy versus Ethan Page match. Didn't know this was happening, but I'm all for it. I like Ethan Page. More Ethan Page on the show is never a bad thing. And him and Orange Cassidy had some pretty nice chemistry. Ethan Page got a lot of offense in here tonight. Good for him. The one silver lining I will say to the injury bug that seems to be going around, I hate to make light of any injuries, but it allows certain people to step up. Hopefully, Ethan Page is able to step up here in these absences because he's too good not to be a part of the main show week to week and not just as Scorpio Sky's background buddy. No, put him in the ring, let him do his thing. Jefferson Starship Jane, yes, Orange Cassidy, new music or old music, if you will, what he was using in the indies before we got the Pixies. I like the Pixies music, but I also like this one, so I'm not mad they changed the music. AEW does music right. It's perfect. They rarely miss on that. But the opening match went through 2 segments. Like I said, good chemistry, nice match. And Orange Cassidy got the win. Lambert tried to get involved at one point. Didn't help. Orange Cassidy was able to get over it and got the win. But again, Ethan Page was able to shine. So thank you. More Ethan Page, please. We got solid opener, nice amount of time. Yeah, absolutely agree with that 110%. What the heck was that? I'm going to assume you talk about the main event, which we will get to later. But before then, the main show. Because the main show, I felt like, had a lot of decent stuff. It was once the Blood and Guts thing happened where I was kind of like struggling to survive. But after that, we get another Christian interview because last week's was so, we're going to get another one. And it was, again, good stuff. He hit him with the, your whole family should be dead. Instead of, it's like, whoa, that's some brutal stuff, Christian. But I like it. Christian's very entertaining. And he said he came out dressed like he was last week, just fresh to death. You know, I love that. And he said, you probably wonder why I'm dressed this way when I asked for a match. Well, I never said the match was for me. And then out comes Luchasaurus, straight black, all black Luchasaurus. The little things like that to let you know he's heel. Like, it seems silly, but it works. Here we go. Christian with another fire promo, huge reaction. Yes, absolutely. He's getting heel reaction. Thank you. Thank you so much because we need more of that in AEW. Heel Christian. Yep, fire for sure. So Luchasaurus came out and he had a match against Serpentico. And Serpentico, thank you very much for doing it. Selling the whole, oh, no, I don't know. He's scared of Luchasaurus, which he should be. He's a big-ass dinosaur. Serpentico is a real tiny man, and that's exactly what you think would happen here is what happened. Luchasaurus destroyed this man. As they were leaving, Christian says, no, you're not done with him. So he pulls him out of the ring, choke slams him just to put that little final touch on Serpentico before they walked off. So, as David here is pointing out, new look, new attitude. Absolutely. I think this is going to work wonders for Luchasaurus, and you're with Christian. Christian is just so good. As great as he is, and as much love as he's gotten, he's still completely underrated when you look at how people compare him and Edge. He's completely underrated, and I can't wait for him to just go to the moon in AEW with this role, because he's going to. He's so good with it. To mention Jungle Boy's mom, though, hey, fair game in my opinion. Get her, Christian. So yeah, that was that segment. Effective squash match. I am a huge. When squash matches, they did them perfectly with Wardlow, and I think they're going to work really good here with Luchasaurus with this new attitude to really reintroduce you to this man as what he should be, a monster. So do a little bit more of this before you set him off into some real matches. Before you bring Jungle Boy back and he has that, please do these because they work wonders. After that, we get Max Caster and the Ass Boys taking on Danhausen and some opponents of his choosing. Ass Boys did not like the little theme music that he made for them at the pay-per-view Forbidden Door. Don't know why. It was nice of him. He gave him music for free, but they didn't like it. They chased him and all that. So Danhausen says he comes out and he says, "Hey, I got a team. They're pretty good." And then out comes the FTR with all three of their tag team champions, just dripped in gold, dripped in gold. FTR Hausen, yes, very nice, very evil. Hello, buddy. How are you? I'm great to have you back in the chat tonight, Deshaun. Thank you very much. As I said, FTR Hausen, yes, very nice. So this match, decent match. There was one spot that was kind of weird between, I think it was Colton and Dax. Unfortunately, Dax get caught up in that. Not Dax's fault at all. But at the end, Dax was needing a hot tag. Danhausen was on the ring. He kind of looked a little lost, like he didn't want to tag in Danhausen, but he did. Danhausen comes in. He goes for picks him up. In comes Bowens. Bowens he drops Colton down, and he curses Bowens. And Bowens is like, He goes to hit him with the crutch. Danhausen ducks, and he hits the gun boy, ass boy, whatever you want to call him. Then he gets taken out of the ring, and then Danhausen gets the 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much. I believe this. No, he got the pinfall against what is it? Mark Sterling. So, like seeing Danhausen again, silver lining. I think you're gonna be able to put him in the ring a little bit more with some injuries happening. Let's see what can happen here. Afterwards, Ass Boys are not very happy with the Acclaimed. They get into it. They get in their face. Billy Gunn decides to side with the Acclaimed, tells the Ass Boys, "Get out of here." So they do. They're probably going to feud there. That should be interesting. Ass Boys lost, sadly. They should be losing to Danhausen. Danhausen is the greatest. He's lucky that he didn't choke slam them straight to hell. Teasing tension with the Ass Boys and the Acclaimed. I don't think they were teasing. I think it straight up happened there. They got physical with them. So good segment here. Good match, good segment. Very effective. And love that Danhausen. From there, we go to a Jay Lethal and his little group promo on Samoa Joe. Still after that Ring of Honor TV title match. Good stuff. I'm glad that they're putting Jay Lethal on in some way, shape, or form every week because he's good. He's got that good stuff. And this promo is more of that. So he's basically selling this match. He's carrying this feud program. What do you want to call it with Samoa Joe by himself at this point? Samoa Joe injured. I don't know. He's not there right now. I'm assuming he's injured. Ring of Honor plug. Lethal and Joe. Yes, I can't remember the name of the pay-per-view for Ring of Honor, but yes, it will be Lethal versus Joe for that TV title. Looking forward to that one. That should be a good one. Up next, we get Jade Cargill versus Layla Gray. My issue with this whole thing is that Jade Cargill sent out an open invitation, open challenge, whatever you want to call it, to come get that title. And then instead of letting it play out through the show and let someone come down there and get that ass whooped like they should, they go ahead and announce her opponent as Layla Gray. Sorry, I'm not caring because I don't know Layla Gray like that. And that you're basically promoting a match that is nothing. Just nothing. And we know exactly how it's going to go. Thankfully, it was a squash match, as it should. Jade Cargill squashed her. They need to do that more with Jade Cargill, please, because she needs to look that badass so that when she faces someone like Chris Statlander, it means a little more. But she squashed her. Afterwards, she said, "I want real competition." Then Stokely got on the mic and said, "Hey, we sent out an open challenge, and Chris Statlander and Athena didn't answer it. They don't want nothing to do with this. They're lazy." He calls them straight up lazy. Good stuff by Stokely Hathaway. He is on that microphone. And then that's when Chris Statlander and Athena come down. They start beating him up. And Stokely gets Layla to join up real quick. And then they take her out. So there's a 3-on-2 on Statlander and Athena. Layla Gray tries to shake hands afterwards, but Jade Cargill says, "Nuh-uh," and they leave. That's the whole segment. It wasn't terrible. Again, I like the squash. I thought that was effective. Do it, do it, do it. And they tease in, I guess, a new baddie to fill in for Red Velvet because she's out. So, not a terrible segment at all. It works. Death Before Dishonor. That will be the name of the Ring of Honor pay-per-view, in case you were wondering. So, thank you for that. Layla Gray is great, though. They need to show me something to do with her. Stokely is gold. Live baddie audition. Jade almost kicked Layla Gray's head off. Short and sweet match. Yes, short and sweet. Yes, David, that girl. Yes, David, that girl. So, what was next after this? A Young Bucks segment. And they're just talking about how all their friends are injured and they're by themselves. But they have these AEW tag titles. They're the first 2-time tag champions. That's a fucking disgrace. But I won't get into that. It was just a short little thing. I will say this. They have a championship contenders match on Rampage for all you that care about those. Yeah. You know who you are. The people who complain about them, now you get to live one, because that's exactly what the Young Bucks are doing against 2 members from New Japan. Sorry, did not catch their name. Wasn't that Kiera Hogan? Yes, that's Kiera Hogan. Red Velvet was part of them, but now she's injured, and that's why they're doing open baddie section. So Kiera Hogan was helping with Layla Gray and Jade Cargill as they beat down Statlander and Athena. Also, on top of the championship contenders match for the tag team titles, on Rampage, we get a battle royal. 20-man, I believe, is what they said. So that's 10 and 10, 20-man. And the winner of that will be Jon Moxley's first, I guess, defense of the AEW interim title. Davis says right here, Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi, 40. So, that's how old they are. They old. I guess that's not that old these days. Former IWGP Tag Team Champions in 2022. So, yeah, they have a championship contenders match against the Young Bucks on AEW Rampage. We all know if they win, they get a tag team title match. So, I'm assuming they're probably going to have some kind of fuckery here, and they're going to win because that's how these all go. Don't matter what organization we're in. But so that was the first hour of the show. I liked it. It was nothing crazy over the top special. I did like seeing Danhausen, and I loved seeing Ethan Page. So that's 2 positives right there. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. After that, it is time for the Blood and Guts match, which takes on the last hour of this show. Last year's Blood and Guts match was semi-entertaining for me. I thought there was a lot of stuff that was entertaining. There was a little stuff that was like, we'll see. This year, this does not hold up in my opinion, and I will get to it. Got to show the New Japan throughout the year. Step 1 is Friday. Yeah, or the last month. They're trying to build up their Forbidden Door show, but I'm over shitting on that. I'm over. That was my last shot. Done. But yes. Blood and Guts. Yes. So it is Jericho Appreciation Society versus Black Bull Combat Club. BC. I saw BC. I was going to say Bullet Club. Shame on me. So the first ones in the match, we get Sammy Guevara and Claudio. Bell, well, it doesn't ring. They just start the match because the match doesn't officially start until the last person's in. The very first move that happens is a botch. I'm only pointing it out because I think it's funny. I don't hate botches. I know happen. I'm not shitting on anybody. I just thought it was a little bit funny that it was a botch. But so Claudio just puts in work on Sammy. He just beats the shit out of pretty much the entire time. Towards the end of the time, he ends up turning one into a cutter. Claudio looks reborn. I'm just gonna say I think he looks as good as he did in the other place. He's just a little bit more unleashed, but I don't think there's anything that's been so far that's been like overly crazy different than what we saw in WWE, especially in like his bigger matches. So I'll wait to see some more before I say that he's transcended the Cesaro stuff, but I think he looks good. Next person in though, Daniel Garcia. So it's a 2-on-1 on Claudio. After that, next person in was Wheeler Utah. I think that happened during the commercial breaks. That's unfortunate. Then we got Jack Hager in next. They cleared the ring. They had a nice little Jack Hager and Hager spot. Claudio and Jake Hager spot. I wish they would have done the little nod to, I can't remember what the tag team was, but it was funny. I won't even say that. I never looked at Cesaro and WWE as like, man, he just looks miserable. That's me though. I just never saw it. And he just never talked shit about him. So I just think he was happy to be there. That's me though. But that's not. We'll go to the match. So Jack Hager and Claudio had their spot. Then they went at each other. Mox comes in, and this is when shit starts to get crazier. Mox immediately pulls out some forks and just starts stabbing. What's his name? No, he doesn't stab nobody yet. Yes, he did. Notes right there. Sorry, missed it. He started stabbing Daniel Garcia in the forehead, and Garcia sold the whole. Oh man, I'm not ready for this. Look, good on Garcia there. Next in, we get Cool Hand Ainge. Unfortunately, by the time he gets in, the rest of the members of Jericho Appreciation Society are out, so they have him cornered, and it's not good because then they do a 3-on-1 gang attack on this man and just beat him down. Black Bull Combat Club. I did the Bull Club thing again. Just is dominating the match at this point, and it's like, okay, was not expecting this. Although I should have. BCC is way more stacked than Jericho Appreciation Society is. But so next in, we get Ortiz. And since BCC's already dominated, it's like, what the heck? Then Mox pulls out a bag of broken glass shards, pours it on. He ends up pile driving. I can't remember who it was, but he pile drives him right on the shards of broken glass. That one looked like it hurts. Somehow, some way, even though they had a 3-on-1 advantage like less than 5 minutes ago, Jericho Appreciation Society takes back the control of this match, and they just start putting in work. In comes Magic Daddy Mike, whatever you want to call him. 2.0 rules. You know who I'm talking about. He comes in, and Jericho Appreciation Society continues. Pause real quick. We got 1 year ago, Will Utah was getting squashed by Sammy, and Garcia was fighting Fuego. Now their main event inside. Yeah, they've done well with them. They've done absolutely well. I've said the Wheeler Utah John Moxley match that happened this year that turned Wheeler into the star that he's becoming. I'm one of the two that believe he is a star in the making. That match was phenomenal, and he is exactly where he should be right now because of that match alone. And Garcia, he's boring, but he's so good in the ring. And that's exactly why he's in. That's why he should probably be in the Blackpool Combat Club. But I'm not mad he's in Jericho Appreciation Society. It's kind of funny. Yes, 2.0 rules. The tour of AEW Japan did wonders for Yuta. I didn't see any of it, but I'll take your word for it on that one. So Magic Daddy's in, then Santana comes in, and he starts cleaning house. Like he's on fire as soon as he comes out. But just as quick as he starts, he lands on his leg and is out of the match the rest of the match. I don't know how serious it is, but he never got up again. He rolled over the edge, and we never saw Santana again. So it's a 5-on-6 match at this point once it's all done. I will point out that Sammy Guevara, he seemed like he was injured as well. It turned out he wasn't, but he was just laying for the most of the match, just laying over there doing nothing. So after the Santana comes in, Mox gets the fork, starts stabbing old Magic Daddy. That's a damn shame. You don't do that to Matt. And then he pulls out a spike and starts spiking him. So now he's busted open. That's a damn shame. In comes Jericho, though, with Floyd in hand and starts just taking everybody out. What's he got? And at one point, everybody's out except for Jericho. Let's get this in. Yuta is pretty great. He is very enjoyable in the ring. Sammy. Yeah, everyone hates Sammy, though. I don't get it. I mean, I guess, I don't know. I don't get jealousy of his talent. That's what I'm going to say. So Jericho's staying tall. So you know what's next. Eddie Kingston, the final man, enters this match with a kendo stick in hand. The bell rings, and Eddie just starts unleashing this kendo stick on everybody that moves. Jericho's scared, trying to get out. He goes to the corner, trying to open the gate. Eddie Kingston comes over there, starts beating him with the kendo stick. Then he pulls out some rubbing alcohol, and it's like, what the fuck is this man about to do? He really don't like Chris Jericho. And then the rest of the Jericho Appreciation Society jumps on him, so the bottle flies, and then Jericho just cuddles up in the corner like, oh, please help me. And then the match is officially underway. Nothing really crazy be happening once it starts. You got a table was set up, and Jake Hager got double powerbombed through it. It was a very soft land. The table didn't break very nicely. It just didn't look very effective. You had Tay Conti. She gave Jericho. I guess she somehow got the rubbing alcohol on the outside of the cage, and then she slipped it back into Jericho. They never did anything with it that I saw. Maybe I missed it. I blinked and I don't know. I didn't see. So if I missed it, go ahead, hit me in the chat. We got Money Mark up in here. Thank you very much, Jim. Yeah, thank you very much, Money Mark. Good to see you, bud. Good to see you. So yeah, I don't know what the rubbing alcohol is for because I don't remember ever seeing anything happen with it. I really thought someone was getting a fireball because Jericho is a fucking wizard, but nope, no fireball there. And then what else did we have here? You had Yuta and Mox pull out bags of tacks and they dropped them. They dropped somebody in them. I don't remember who it was. Jericho at one point had Mox in the tacks and he was just rubbing them around. Then he put the walls of Jericho on him. Eddie Kingston grabbed a handful of them and then punched Jericho. That was dumb. That was really dumb. You did more work to your hand than you did to Jericho. I don't get that one. That was a silly ass spot. When they went to commercial break, there was a very cool spot. You had Cool Hand Ange hanging. He somehow got out of the cage through the scaffolding or whatever, and then was hanging upside down. Just a bloody fucking mess. It was a cool spot, like a cool shot that they got before they went to commercial break. Don't know how he got there, though, and don't know how he got out. That's unfortunate. Let's see. Eddie Kingston wanted to embarrass Chris Jericho. He didn't get the chance, and that's kind of what, like, I thought that was the point of this one. Didn't happen, so we'll see. So after that, Tay Conti at one point, she takes out the referee on the outside, lets Chris Jericho out. Chris Jericho climbs to the top. He's got to avenge the just terrible spot from last year where he landed on a cloud of pillows. The bad camera work. I'm not shitting on Jericho on that one. That's just bad camera work. But he had to just make do on that one. Eddie Kingston follows him up. And then as this is happening, Ruby Soho comes out and attacks Tay Conti. Upside down crucifix. Yes, that was the spot of Cool Hand Luke. It was like an upside down crucifix. It was very cool. It was a very cool shot. Unfortunately, again, I want to know how he got there, and I want to know how he got out. There were a lot of commercials. Yes, that's where these matches suck, man. You can't have cool matches like this with commercials. It takes away from it 100%. So, yes, that's what they seem to be going with, Ruby versus Tay Conti next. I'm not mad at that. I like the women's feuds that don't take place around the title. Those are the ones they need to do more with. Let's see what else we got. So, Chris Jericho and Eddie Kingston on top. Eddie Kingston looking like a madman. He want to throw Chris Jericho off the cage. But Sammy Guevara is there to save the day. So you know what's happening next. So, unfortunately, Sammy's okay. He wasn't injured because he climbed up to the cage. But you know what's happening next. Eddie Kingston throws his ass off instead, and he landed on a nice little puffy. I know people can give you shit because I'm talking about he's landing on pillows and stuff like that. The spots they're throwing these guys on just look too made up and just out of place. Like they always have a table over where he threw Sammy down, but this time they had like this big like platform thing. It's like, we know what that's for. Like, do something better to disguise that shit. That's all I'm saying. That's a minor inconvenience. But yeah, you got to do something better to just disguise that. You can't just make it so obvious. I know someone's going there. I know it's just a big pad. Help me to suspend my disbelief just a little bit more. So Sammy got thrown off. Jericho's not going this time. Cool, I guess. But he starts beating on Jericho. Then Claudio ends up there, and then my main man from 2.0 Rules, Magic Mike. I'm calling him Magic Mike because I don't like the other name. Magic Mike. He ends up with Claudio, and then Claudio puts him in the Texas Cloverleaf. Jericho is getting stretched by Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston is just wanting to break his arm off the way he was wrenching back on him. And then my main man from 2.0 Rules taps out to Claudio. I like the little thing they did here because as soon as the match was over, Kingston just let go of Jericho, looked back, saw it was Claudio, and he says, What the Are you kidding me? He was so mad. Not just because he didn't get the win over Jericho, but because it was Claudio of all people. He hates that man. Claudio of all people that got the win instead. So the jealousy is just outrageous side of Eddie Kingston. If there's one thing I got to give Eddie Kingston credit for, is that how he sells these kind of things. He's so good at it. Playing on the long-standing heat between Eddie and Claudio by having them both in the submission holds on Jericho Appreciation Society members, and having Claudio as guy tap first, robbing Eddie winning it for his team. It's great storytelling. It's very little, very good storytelling. Exactly. I'm not going to lie. At one point, all the members except for Santana, who was injured, came up and started celebrating and, playing to the crowd and everything. I thought for 1 second, I was like, yo, Eddie Kingston is about to take Claudio and throw his ass off this cage. That would have been. I talk about missed opportunity in WWE when they did the shit with John Cena and Austin Theory. I'm going to say missed opportunity here. You should have had him throw Claudio off that cage. That would have been funny as shit. I would have loved it. I would have lost it. I would have just straight lost it. Tears flowing out my eyes, laughing so hard. But that was the show. Nothing special, in my opinion. Nothing special. It was a decent show. I was entertained for most of it. I think the match itself is too long, especially with that many commercials. I think you should have either this match on a pay-per-view, or you should have, had it shorter. Don't do the stretched out times. Just put 3 in there and then put 3. I don't know. Just fix it somehow for when it's on this free TV, because all these commercials just completely kill the vibe of it. It's too soon. He's only been there 4 days. Eddie hates that man. Make me laugh. Throw his ass off. But that didn't happen. So, again, I enjoyed the first hour. I thought the first hour was done very well. And I hate to say good on, because the injury bug is crazy. And we saw it again with Santana. He's hurt as soon as he got in the ring. So that sucks for these guys that are getting hurt. But I do like that we probably are going to be seeing some new faces get some opportunities here, especially someone like Ethan Page. There's no reason not to pull the trigger on this man right now. So I'm looking at the silver lining of the injuries, and that's what I see. Danhausen in the ring because he's entertaining as shit. Not gonna talk about his wrestling because it's just whatever. But the Ethan Page is so good. We got Maria Kanellis possibly working with Ring of Honor. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. I know she's a very mouthy person and she doesn't like me. So, but I couldn't tell you if that's a good or bad thing. I know very little about Maria other than the fact she doesn't like me. So again, first half of the show, I liked. Second half of the show, shorten that shit up. You could have gotten another match in. That's what I see. You could have got another match, another promo or something in, and then done this match. Don't make it so long with 50 fucking commercials in there, just completely killing the vibe of it. Hopefully Santana is not hurt that bad, because Pride and Powerful should be in the tag team hunt for the titles. There's no reason they shouldn't be. They're easily the third best tag team on that roster, and they not even sniffed those titles. That's a damn shame. So it wouldn't hurt to take a little off Tony's plates. Yeah, absolutely. It wouldn't hurt to take a lot off of Tony's plate. You love Maria. Again, I don't not like her. She just don't like me. She didn't like something I said. That I don't know what it was, but she don't like something I said. They blocked. So, but that was the show. I told you the spots to like. If the blood and guts, just fast forward to when it starts, honestly, because nothing crazy happens. Just some bloody spots. That's it. Nothing really crazy happens. Kind of a letdown, honestly. The Forbidden Door, I'm just going to say, because I haven't been. No, I have, because I was on Raw, but I wasn't talking AEW. The Forbidden Door pay-per-view was awesome. It was straight up awesome. Up until the ending of the 4-way for the IWGP Championship, which just ended because of unfortunate injury, was just phenomenal. The action was just through the roof awesome. And you had momentum, and you gave us a show that was kind of like this flat. Nothing overly crazy happened, and the fucking blood and guts match just ruined the damn show tonight. I know that's crazy to think that the match the show is built around ruined it, but in my opinion, it ruined it because it was just not fun. It was just like, this is happening. But yeah, I won't go on too much more. I'm kind of shitting on it, and I don't mean to do that, so my bad. I'll stop there. Watch the first half of the show, though, for sure. I enjoyed it. It was good stuff. I am really looking forward to Rampage. We got a Battle Royal. I love those. So, and we get to see the Young Bucks probably lose. So, I love that. Rampage is looking aight to me, so I will be there for that one. And yeah, that's the show. We have Money in the Bank prediction show on Friday as well, so make sure you tune in for that. 3 years ago, Findor had zero chance. It was generation. It was. I have nothing bad. I'm not gonna say anything bad about it other than the build was shit, but that has nothing to do with the show itself. The show was really good. It could have been an all timer had I actually been invested though. I like the last Blood and Guts better. Yeah, it was. It was much better. Impact tomorrow. We'll see. But I can't guarantee I get to watch it because again, time constraints. But back to what I was saying. Hide that comment. I'm done with that. So for Money in the Bank prediction show on Friday, then we have the watch along on Saturday nights. I'm not sure who's involved with that, but stay tuned for that prediction show. I would definitely be there though. So stay tuned for that because I'm gonna go crazy. I'm looking forward to this one. I'm invested in a lot of the stuff. So yes, stay tuned for that. With that said, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for participating. Love you all. I appreciate it. And I will be back again, like I said, on Friday. So with that, I will say goodbye and boom.